Try to light these first. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll run it. Welcome back to another episode of the Flycast. Episode Who Gives a Fuck?
Gives a flip.
And, flip. I forgot we're family friendly now.
We're PG now.
Yeah, we're PG. Keep it PG.
Keep it PG with the cigar.
With the cigar. Yeah, it's like PG cigars.
PG-13.
Maybe
PG.
Yeah, exactly. You understand. Today we've got the man in the building, Dylan Attach.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is a nice surprise too. I just pulled up. I didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah,
we didn't really know either.
This was my idea. I must say.
What was your idea?
Because we're trying to go places, and I was like, "What's good? What's a good place to like celebrate a retirement? Like to celebrate a storied career, and what's better than that than just smoking a couple Stokes? You know,
that's what you got to do. Especially as we're aging, we're at
what I'm saying, man. You're retired now.
This is how we enjoy life.
Exactly. Your life from here on out is going to be cigar shops, maybe playing pool.
Sure.
You were a COD pro, so like you're set for life.
Right. Yeah. You never have to work a day.
Not work. So like this is gonna be your life. So we got some cigars.
Or you could, when he retired, he used to go to the apartment pool and like drink a whole bottle of Cigar.
Yeah.
So like you could do that.
And I would do this challenge of like, how much Addy can I take? And then when Hitch stopped making Vision, he was like, how much food can I eat?
Yo, fuck you.
I'll need to find my thing. I'll need to find my thing.
You just find your thing.
And then you'll find yours.
I'll ask you guys for some tips off camera.
It's still early. How long has it been since retirement?
Official retirement?
Yeah.
I mean, probably a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Oh, shit.
So it's still fresh. I'm trying to stay busy.
Fuck.
I need to get to that downward spiral time where I'm like, what a decision did I just make? I start regretting things, then I just get in trouble. I'll need to find what my vice is.
Now you have too much free time on your hands. Oh man, let's try to. I'm gonna try to light this.
Yeah, try to light it, man. We're gonna go. Dylan said he's the expert.
No,
so he's gonna judge us.
Has anyone done this before?
Please leave some tips and tricks in the comments. Oh yeah, for sure.
You're doing it like a blunt. I don't know, Matt.
I figured I'd like get warmed up.
Matt, help us.
Can we pull up a tips and tricks video?
Oh my god, he's literally YouTubing it. See, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh, you're looking like a
there
pro.
There you go. Do not inhale. I think you looked good.
No, that looked cool.
Yeah, I think you looked.
Add a little slow cinematic shot.
There you go. That looked cool. I think it's nice. If you're listening on the audio right now, we are in a cigar bar, and Nick is chiefing right now. I forgot what the fuck. You passed that like a joint.
So it's only been a week and a half. Was there like an official video or anything?
Yeah. You haven't seen the video?
I haven't. I should have done. Listen, man. I tell people I'm not a good podcast host. I should have done my research, but I almost like it when I don't know shit. So when you come on, I can because I did a little wiki. I looked at your wiki and I was gonna look at shit, but then I just clicked off. I was like, no, we have like all podcasts to talk about everything.
Yeah, exactly. And
so it's
only
been learn everything. Mm-hmm. It's only been a week and a half. Have you had thoughts of like, fuck? When you first retired, was it like, fuck, now I wish I would have saw the video. Did you cry in the video?
I didn't cry in the video, but my mom did. And so like everyone that's watched it has been saying like, oh my God, who's cutting onions? I'm getting teary-eyed and stuff.
Really?
I didn't cry. I think when I was watching on stream, I didn't have tears or anything, but like there was a moment where I kind of got a little emotional, but no crying, no tears or anything. So, but yeah, a lot of people that watched it, a lot of my friends that were in it, because like Zuma was in it, Accuracy, Lamar was in it, and they were rewatching it and stuff. They would like, Tommy, I think, cried a little bit on stream.
Did he really?
Yeah, Lamar saying he got a little teared up. He texted me, but there's so many people that have said it. I think it was more so my mom. My mom just had everyone crying because she was crying.
She was crying,
and
right.
So I had to be like the one in the video. We can't have too many tears. You know, I had to be locked in and focused. And then my mom, she's bawling. And
what about like outside of the video? Have there been nights of? Because like as corny as it sounds, even though these days I don't even think it's looked at as corny. It's like people are starting to realize. Like I remember when I did my retirement video, I was like, Hitch is interviewing me and I'm just crying. And I'm like, this is so stupid.
Yeah.
And Hitch,
The first though.
I was like the
You were
first,
like the first person to retire.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what it seemed
First
like.
retiree ever.
And I was like crying. And he was like, no, man, this was like your entire fucking life. I was like, this is so like cringe. Like it's video games. I'm like comparing it to divorce. So I don't know. It hit me super hard. I guess what I'm asking is like, you know, outside of the video, has it been a hard, it's a word I'm looking for. Like, has it just been hard? Like outside of that video and stuff, I know you didn't cry. You're a grown ass man now. But like outside of that, is it like, do you find yourself down at all? Or is it kind of like, you're like, I'm ready for like a fresh start?
I think I'm just ready for a fresh start, and I've been trying to stay busy, just streaming, making some YouTube videos, and stay focused on that. I think my biggest concern was before I retired, when I knew it was like coming up, was just if when I retire, I'm gonna be passionate about anything.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what if I just retire and I just don't find anything interesting and don't want to do anything? That was my biggest concern.
Right.
I was like, what would I do with my life and my day to day? Because you have so much time now.
Yeah.
So that was my biggest concern. But once I retired, I think that's when I wanted to start doing some more content and really focus on that.
Yeah.
And that's just been keeping me busy and keeping my mind occupied. But I do think, especially when maybe the next game comes out, it's going to be different because I won't be grinding with my team in the GB S&D kickoff or RIP GB, but all the S&D kickoff tournaments and then scrimming. But this past year, from living in a team house at almost 30 and then having to scrim every day for the past 12 years as a pro, like scrims are just probably the worst thing, because honestly most of the time they're a waste of time. Like
really,
either people aren't trying on your team, people aren't trying on the other team, people woke up late so they don't feel good. Like scrimming, I think if I was able to stream and scrims were like stream more often, I would have enjoyed it more, because you're like doing two things at once. You're also like building your brand, putting content out there. But when you just scrim off stream, it's like the biggest waste of time pretty much, unless you're like a top 2 or top 3 team that's winning events.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. I never heard someone say scrim is a waste of time.
Yeah, I was about to say, was that, do you say that? What were you placing for you to say? What were you placing during the scrims are a waste of time?
Definitely the placings.
Because I feel like I don't hear
down.
that from like the top, say 3 or 4 teams.
But if you just, I feel like scrims are good when you're scrimming like the top teams, but when you're scrimming like the lower 2 teams, anywhere from 6th to 12th, pretty much half the league, it's just a different game. People are playing better in scrims because they just don't care. Like people aren't playing how they actually play in the matches at all.
Yeah.
So it's like someone will be in scrims and be dropping 40 every single map. They'll get to the match, they go double negative.
Right.
So it's people just play it a lot different. So I do think when you're at that championship level within the top 2-3 teams, it is good. And we've had like teams and players talk about that. Like we only pretty much try or take it serious when we play like LAT or like in MW3 when OpTic in New York and Toronto and who's the other team I'm missing? FaZe. Like they would only really try against each other in the top 4, because when they play other teams, it's like the game is so different and it's just kind of random.
Yeah.
Isn't that why people don't scrim S&D?
People scrim S&D, but it's usually like one set after. They'll play like a best of 11.
But it's just not as much as other shit, because it's like, bro, people aren't even gonna... Like, if you're just scrimming S&D, nothing's on the line, you're going to take so many more risks. You're going to make... Like, I can imagine Shotsy scrimming S&D, the amount of, like, insane...
Head-ass plays.
Oh, my God, wait. No, it's even worse.
He would make
it's
like
even worse in S&D. I remember I think we were playing Rocker this year in S&D scrim, and we're like...
Get that shit lit.
After, you got to get that lit. But after, we're like, we got to chalk this scrim. We were playing Rocker. We were playing Skyline, and I forgot if they were on offense or defense. I think they were on defense. Oh, actually, it could have been offense, but pretty much their strat was 2 or 3 rounds in a row. They quad hit in the vent. One of the rounds, that wasn't even the craziest strat. One of the rounds was 2 or 3 people jumped into the hot tub on P1. I'm just like, bro, what are we playing?
I ain't gonna lie, I like that one.
Like, what are we playing? And then we're like, guys, what are we doing in game chat? And Paul's like, that's on me, man. I was just trying something. I'm like, bro.
I was just trying something.
They're like, come on. No one's doing that.
A team tried that against our Optic Halo team. Like one of like I don't know, they was probably seated like 7th or 8th. They picked up like a G8 weapon and just started like using it. Optic ended the scrim and just left.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They were like, we're not wasting our time with this peasantry shit.
Did you see how the fuck there was like the Halo community did not like that.
That Optic did that?
Yeah, that OpTic did that.
I don't like the fact that the Halo community doesn't like that fact.
Fight
Bro,
back,
you're fighting.
fire with
You're
fire.
fighting fucking, or you're fighting. You're scrimming Optic. It's the best team in the game.
Yeah.
You just got to keep puffing that shit. Don't inhale. It's like a technique to it. We will get roasted in the comments. Matt Craig's roasted us.
Yeah, we're gonna learn. Need this top.
It's
You
like
have to like puff in.
yeah, it's like a suck that shit. Suck that shit.
Oh, too. We're still learning how to retire.
Yeah, I mean, it's your first week out here.
Yeah.
You'll learn.
Only a few weeks from now, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
7 cigars down.
Just don't inhale, because that could shock the pod. I already feel it. I feel like I have to stop.
Dude, I feel the same way.
I'm not a nicotine. You a nicotine person?
Nah, never. I've only really smoked cigars. I've never smoked a cig.
You
Don't
weren't
really do
outside.
vapes.
You weren't outside with the Europeans smoking
Nah.
cigs after matches.
Nah, just back in the day, it would just be like smoking weed and at events, and then my friends and
Crazy how
some
much
cigars.
less harsh weed is. Not even inhaling it, I can fight back.
I don't understand weed. Like, how does weed do like nothing negative?
do nothing.
I mean,
negative.
no, it does do negative stuff, but
okay.
I mean, like at least like permanently or something. Damn, you hit that shit too hard, huh?
Nah,
All
not too
right, here
bad.
we are.
I'm trying to get some reps in.
I just
Before we
Bro,
started,
I have PTSD with this shit because I've hit one wrong and it has scarred me for life. It ruined me for like an hour and a half.
before we started, Dylan was doing this. All right, I got to get some reps.
Yeah.
We're gonna get roasted.
Yeah, we're going to get cooked, but
gonna
it's
get
okay.
roasted.
It's for you guys to roast us.
No one out there is a cigar.
There's one person.
Yeah.
There's one person.
There's going to be like
Like
the
cigars.
45-year-old father.
Cigars are my thing.
I had to turn this pot off after the first couple of minutes.
Yeah.
The lack of cigar etiquette was just not there.
Cigar cringe. So you retired before we're gonna go way back into your career because I think at one point weren't you the youngest pro?
Well, I was able to go to tournaments before the age limit happened in 2016.
yeah.
So I was like, my first event was MLG Anaheim. I think I was like 15 when I went there, and then but I was able to compete pretty much my whole life.
Is that Black Ops 2?
Black Ops 2, yeah.
Holy
All you had to do was get a parental consent form, and usually
You were
you just have your
competing in
teammates
Black Ops 2?
My first event, yeah. I went to 2 events, I think, in Black Ops 2. So, yeah.
What was
it's
that?
been a while.
2013.
2013. 2013, yeah.
And then, so I'm just gonna consider you at one time you were like the youngest pro.
Yeah.
Were you the oldest pro this year?
Second oldest. We were still Slasher.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
he was
fucking
still
old
playing.
ass, man.
Because he's like 30. Like actually 30. I'm pushing 30. I'm 28. So, but he was actually 30.
Isn't it crazy? Like
Yeah.
how fucking fast time is going. I mean, even you look back at your career and it's just like, bro, what is going on? Like I
Yeah.
swear I was just moving in, joining the Optic team, scrimming. Like I can still just like remember these days vividly and how like exciting it was. And that was 10 years ago.
Damn.
And it's just like, bro, I'm telling you, you said you were 28.
Yeah.
I feel like 27 was. Are there a few ages for you where you felt like, oh shit, this is different? I feel like when I hit
28.
I feel like when I hit 27, I was like, fuck. I'm like, is it not weird to go out, but like, am I too old?
Is the bar G8 for me? Like I can't go?
Like, can I hit on this e-girl? Like shit like that. And then I hit 30, and I was just like, okay, I am old. But now that I'm 33, I'm like,
Should I hit on this e-girl?
yeah, literally. Same. So I'm still wondering.
like
I'm still
nothing's
trying to figure
changed.
that out. But I don't know, man. I just get older. 33 now. I'm just like, it feels weird even going to certain places. Like this feels like where I should be.
Yeah, that's
But
what
like
I'm
certain
saying.
like
No.
bars and like these little frat bars and shit, like James will want to go to. It's just different, man. Time fucking flies.
Yeah.
You said you were you've been retired a week and a half. What's like the immediate goals that you have in your head as far as whether it's content? Do you want to start doing yoga? Are you into rollerblading? What's the next what's like the next few like little mini goals that you have in your head of like, all right, I'm retired, I have time now. What do I fucking do now?
I would say definitely content, just streaming as much as possible.
Definitely rollerblading.
Not rollerblading just yet, but I have been. I'm not gonna lie. I have been hitting the sauna a lot, the cold plunges.
Okay,
those are really fun.
Are you gymming? Working out on top of it?
It's been the opposite. I retired and my gym is down because I'm trying to stream so much. But because when I was competing, I was pretty consistent in the gym. But now that I've been streaming and doing content, Zinni would always make fun of me for it because I'd stream for 10 hours. I go into his shot, like, I'm about to hit the gym, and he's like, "We'll see." And then
we'll see.
I'll come back in. Couple hours later, it didn't hit the gym.
Yeah.
He's like, "What? It's tough. It's tough when you're creating content full time to like have that balance."
Well, it's tough. You gotta like just bang it out in the morning.
Yeah, for sure.
Because even if I do an 8-hour stream when I get off, it's like, bro, I know it's just streaming. You're literally playing video games.
Yeah,
bro, it's fucking when you're streaming and. When you're streaming and talking and it's just and the lights are fucking in your face, like it really is like
harder than 9 to 5.
Let's get some good clips out there.
That's what you were going to say.
That's what I was
wasn't going to say that. I was just trying to.
Did we have that discussion?
Yes, that was literally the last. That's why I started laughing. The last podcast we talked about that.
That's always a fun discussion for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. It's something you got to just bang out in the morning.
That? What are your political views, religious views? What's your social security number?
Let's start. Let's see. Let's see what I can cancel with the fastest.
9 to 5 versus. Actually, this might not be a good topic for you fresh out of retirement.
No,
don't. We won't set you. We won't set you.
I went to the beach last weekend with Alexis, and we went to Clearwater, Florida, right on the Gulf of Mexico, and we went into one of the shops, one of like beach shops, and there must have been selling like 25 different variations of Gulf of America shirts, and it's just pictures of Trump with like a gun, like literally like a gun or like an AK, holding an AK, a bald eagle on his shoulder, and maybe sometimes he's shirtless with a swimsuit on, and it just says Gulf of America.
Are you into any of that shit?
What do you mean? Are you into any of that? That's a horrible question to ask. What does that even mean?
Like politics and
I'm not too into politics. I feel like now that I have more free time, because I feel like my life I've only just been focused on Call of Duty doing that and just scrimming, watching VOD and COD. You don't really have time to like do other or even think about other stuff. You're so focused on what you're doing.
Your brain doesn't even like want to go elsewhere.
Yeah, your brain's just thinking
you're
of
just
like
locked in on your little circle of what's happening in your.
Literally, it's just like, oh shit, fuck, why did I rotate there or I trolled? Like, why was I challenging at a hill there? But I feel like as I'm away from competing, I'll definitely like just find things that I start to explore and learn more about and just do some natural endeavors. But I'm not rushing into anything. It's just gonna come naturally, really.
Did you always know it was gonna be content next? Like,
honestly, no. Kind of because like when I would be competing out of the off season, I would do like a little bit of my podcast, but I wouldn't really stream. I'm always just traveling. Like I would just take vacations and go different places. And I was like, content's kind of boring. But then after like I retired, I was like, actually, I kind of want to do content. So I was thinking like what I wanted to do after gaming, and I think content is just like the perfect layup to it. And since I have been doing content a little bit throughout my career, like just giving it maybe a year or two to really dive into it and see how things go. But I've always had this weird fixation of just like wanting to work a normal job.
Really?
I don't know why that is. I've just always wanted to work a normal job.
Like what kind of job?
I don't even think it's really like a specific one. Just work a normal job at some point. Like I could see myself definitely as like when I'm older, maybe after content, like just working a normal job, chilling, coaching like a baseball team.
That's what they do.
A baseball team.
Like when you have a normal job, you're just chilling and shit.
Well, no. After that. But
don't let him.
You don't have any ideas of like, if I didn't get into gaming, I probably would have went to. Did you go to college at all?
I went for a day.
You went for a day.
Yeah.
A day.
Yeah, I had a public speaking class, my one class that I went to for a day.
Oh God. Did you have to public speak?
No, it was just my teacher. He was wearing like a button-up Homer Simpson shirt. I went up to him after the class because I was going to Norway and Germany with FaZe because this is in 2015. And we're going to go on that trip. And if you miss like 5 classes, then you're pretty much going to just fail for the semester. Okay. And I was like, oh yeah, I have this trip coming up and stuff. And he was pretty much like, yeah, I don't know if this is going to work out. I'm like, yeah, I don't know either. And then
All right,
Holy
see
shit.
never
ya.
went back.
All right, I'm gonna dap him up.
Yeah.
Leave.
It's been real for the couple hours I knew you.
Did you have to pay for that class?
I might
full
have.
year-
I
full
probably
years?
did.
A full year's tuition?
No, I don't know if I did or not because I know my parents were definitely mad the next day or next 2 days after when I wasn't going.
Yeah.
But then I left to Europe and I think they got over it then.
Yeah.
Then you had a
Then you won
successful.
champs,
Yeah, well, this is after I won champs. So I had already won
shit.
champs. So they were still kind of upset. I'm like, they're gonna get over it.
Yeah.
They'll be. I'm like, I just made I made like 150,000 just in prize money that year out of the
Yeah.
18-year-old. I'm like, they'll get over it.
Yeah.
It's a good enough opportunity.
You're like, and plus, like, I'm gonna win like 6 or 7 more champs. Like, you
Yeah.
don't even understand.
I'm the best in the world right now. Trust me.
I was like,
Trust me, mom. So there was never a like mine was always like maybe I'd be like a psychiatrist or a therapist or. Could you see that for me?
for sure.
dude.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
You can. Yeah.
Because when I said that, I felt like a silence just. But that's what would be. I don't know. That's just what was in my head. I went to
Yeah.
school
I
and
was
I
thinking
took.
about being a starting quarterback for the New York Jets.
Ooh. I mean, they could have used you
They-
for a lot of
yeah,
years.
I know. It's really my fault that if he could be a psychiatrist, then I can do that.
I might be the perfect person for it. I don't know. But yeah, that was some stuff in my mind. I went to school for it a little bit, and then just like I was like, this shit's kind of hard. Then I like went into nutrition, which I guess still kind of, I still sort of applied in my life. There was never like you kind of wanted to be this or that.
I think my really only backup thing I was thinking of because my dad was a firefighter for a long time, and that's kind of like my backup thing. I was like,
Your backup was a firefighter?
yeah, I was like, if everything fails, like my Call of Duty career doesn't pan out, I was just like, I'll just go be a firefighter.
Okay.
But
It's the most honorable shit I've
Yeah,
ever
fuck
heard.
yeah, because he was a firefighter in LA for a lot of years. But yeah, honestly, my main thing was just gaming. It was just gaming and trying to go pro.
So it was you never thought coaching or analyst or commentary or.
Nah, because before that wasn't a job. Like when I went
Podcast.
pro.
Oh, I'm saying like when you realized you were going to retire.
Oh, I think it would actually be fun to be on like the desk or be a commentator because I do think, especially commentating, is difficult. Like,
no,
it's fucking
impossible.
hard.
It's so
Yeah.
hard. It's so
everything
hard.
you need to like talk about the game and then what's coming up next in the game. You have to
Yeah.
like read the future and see what's happening.
People don't
while
understand how difficult
sounding
it is.
good and not like messing up any
Can't
of your
stutter,
speaking.
yeah.
You can't stutter.
You gotta know when to like pass it, when they're passing it to
Yeah.
you. Like it's
Dude, it's so hard.
It's very difficult. I don't think I'd be able to do that.
Yeah.
Like I'll try. Have you ever tried commentating? Like when you're like spectating,
Like my sub eights,
challengers?
like my sub eights
Your
and stuff. I've
sub-eights.
tried. And I do it for a couple minutes. I'm like,
You're like,
You do it for you do it for
Yeah,
you do it for a couple minutes, and it's just
Yeah.
like, gee, like what is
I'll-
what is there to even say next?
I started doing like the off-season tournaments, and like when I first started them, like I would try to commentate them, and I was like, dude, impossible.
yeah.
I would just like, and then now Ricky's got a Simtex. And I'm like, oh, okay, what am I doing? Like,
And just thousands of people just hear you messing up. You're just like, oh fuck,
It's
they
like,
get more
never mind.
nervous.
Y'all, we'll throw it to a listen-in. Yeah, just watch this.
Do you think that's what they do sometimes? If they
Not-
if they like,
The CDL guys?
Yeah.
No, they get told when a listen-in's
Yeah.
coming.
oh really?
Yeah. No,
And
they're
it's only like once a map, really. And sometimes they'll do like a listen in it for one team into the next
Into
one.
the, like,
But
flop,
like
yeah.
for most of the map, you're talking and having to
Yeah.
keep up with everything. So it definitely is difficult. But honestly, I just kind of want to learn like different things and like
Yeah.
challenge myself, learn different things because I feel like, especially as a gamer, and yeah, I mean, you guys see the lifestyle and everything, but you kind of are underdeveloped in certain areas of life, whether
Yeah.
it be
Absolutely.
socially, physically,
Yeah.
knowing what to do. So like,
Emotionally.
Spiritually,
Yeah.
physically.
but we all have our things.
we just started
guys, everyone calm the fuck down. But yeah, just like as time goes on, learning new things, whether it's building things, I don't know, learning a new language, commentating, like just things that you weren't able to do and you missed out on growing up.
Yeah.
Through some point, like get to try those and learn those for sure.
Are you bilingual?
I wish, no.
Oh.
My
Oh,
Japanese
bilingual.
and Mexican ancestors are very disappointed in me for sure.
I remember a couple years ago I watched you vlog going to, was it Japan for the
Yes.
to visit that Call of Duty those Call of Duty
Yeah,
guys?
yeah, because I was good friends with like a couple of the Greeds and like the Rush Gaming team over there.
Yeah, Rush Gaming. Yeah.
So yeah, I have a lot of, I have family that are Japanese and stuff. But yeah, no, I'm a disappointment to my ancestors.
No, you could still learn it. You got plenty of time.
Yeah, that's true.
It's hella easy to learn when you're old.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's super easy to learn Japanese.
Starting
That's what
now.
I've always heard. Like, if you're going to learn a second language as an American, Japanese is always.
Nah, any Asian language is chalked. I gotta move there.
Mandarin.
I gotta move there.
Yeah, you have to move there and like talk to no one.
Yeah.
Can't talk to anyone from home. I used to at the college I used to go to, I would study in the library and I would always walk past like the Mandarin club.
Oh god.
The club of people.
What'd they sound like?
I can give you the Asian pass. I gave it to Tommy the other day.
You got it, bro.
What did he do?
Oh, he drew a picture of me, and now my whole chat. There's this thing that started.
You
I don't
gave
know
him
who's.
a pass to draw a picture of you?
He drew a picture. I think Ian or Enable said some, and then now my chat just goes _dash. I'm like, yo guys, I'm live. It's just _dash. No hi streamer, no hello. How's your? It's just _dash. I'm like, I don't know exactly what you guys are insinuating, but what's up, guys? Welcome to my chat today.
Wait, I want to see the picture. That's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Wait, what? You have to give him a pass to draw the picture?
No, this is a pass for another thing. But then, he drew a picture of like the whole flank crew, from himself where he put a long nose to Duarte.
Okay.
And then me. Aches with only a hat on, Zinni with the blockhead. So
okay.
He was just going
That's
at
pretty
it.
good. That's pretty good.
Have you ever thought about doing a podcast?
You did do a podcast.
Well,
right?
I do like a podcast, but it's kind of like an interview. It's more like an interview.
Oh, did you have something like that?
Yeah, I have like Stay Attached, but it's more so like it's like a one-on-one. It is a podcast, but I feel like podcasts now are more like a kind of a group of people, or there's two people but talking about different topics.
Yeah.
I'm more so just talking about their like kind of their life, career in Call of Duty and gaming and other stuff. Their interests, but like, so it is a podcast, but not one of those like full ones where it's like the bros chilling, talking bullshitting, talking about everything.
There's like, I think some of the best podcasts now are like the one-on-one interview stuff is hard. It's tough. It's tough to find. I'm guessing. Did you do it? You're doing it online.
Yeah.
That's a little easier, but like finding someone. You get done with it and you're like, yeah, that was great. And then you're like, wait, I got to find another person like pretty soon. That's the struggle I'm having.
Would you like prep and shit for them? Like write down questions, look into their,
I would have like questions and I would like write down a piece of paper, tape the paper to my monitor. So I'm like kind of looking at the camera and looking at the paper.
Do you plan on like when was like the last episode you did?
Beginning of or before this season started. So I think I'm doing one tomorrow.
And
so I'm having some planned, but like it's just online. So like what you do around the bar, like the quality and production is insane, and it's just like such a vibe.
It's all Matt.
Shout out
Matt. Boy Matt Craig.
Shout out Matt Craig.
Gifted in the chat, man.
But it's hard to like find people to get on, and then it's cool to do it online because it's easier, but it doesn't hit the same when you're in person. You can like see everyone moving and talking and just vibing. But
did you ever find it nerve-wracking?
Nah, not really.
Really?
Not maybe like my first one because I didn't know the reception I was gonna get from people. But I was never really nervous about it.
Are you just doing it with your friends though?
Pretty much just Call of Duty friends.
Yeah,
and stuff. People I know really well
exactly,
anyway. So it's like,
how am I like 300 deep and it's still just nerve-wracking?
Yeah, he gets anxious
Really?
He was anxious before today. I could tell.
I feel like you guys are just good at this. Like it's just chill. It's just fun.
I just gotta get my zone and shit.
Yeah. get your cigar.
Don't say and shit like it's a blunt. You have to act like formal.
How do cigar smokers talk?
Usually with their
more proper. More bass in the
their
voice.
money, yeah.
And I think we gotta have a rich laugh. I don't know how we practiced that yet.
This life,
the rich laugh, the scotch.
Exactly. So
I'm loving it. Retired is great, man. Just the millions are coming in.
The millions are. So is life.
Week and a half. Go ahead.
What was your immediate like thought whenever, I don't know if you saw, but like a couple years ago, OpTic like dropped a podcast whenever you guys did that crazy reverse sweep, and Formal told like a story of what Brandon was saying to him, and he was like, Attach always gets a piece of the pie.
Yeah.
And it like became a thing.
Yeah. People still say to this day, like, when are you getting your slice?
Yeah, what is I've heard it too.
A slice since it happened. I'm like, fuck. I wish the slices were still coming because like we won in when the CDL started the first year. Cold War was the second year, won that year. Got close in MW2, but only got like 2 top 3s. And after that, joined Vegas Legion. The slices were not. If I won a slice with Vegas Legion, I would have to go down as the greatest COD player of all time.
What did it mean initially? Because I've even heard Dill always gets a piece of, what is it? A slice?
Yeah, gets a piece of the pie, get a slice.
What does that mean?
He always gets a championship.
Yeah, just a championship.
In every game.
Like you'll win a tournament sometime through
because I've probably won in like 5 to 6-ish CODs. But yeah, after the slice actually started and became a thing, no more slices were got.
How many event wins do you have?
7 real ones. If we count like the cheese ones, like PSX, like 8.
You're retired now, so you just
we just count
everything.
Like if people be counting some crazy events they won, for sure. Yeah. So like if we're counting fake ones 8, real ones 7. But everyone does it, so it's not.
Yeah, I have one real one, then another one.
I count your second one.
Well, the thing is with my second one is that
he always goes back and forth with Ogre 2. And by back and forth, I mean he just talks shit about Ogre 2, and Ogre 2's never responded. but Tuger, he's like, Tuger was counting 2v2 tournaments from 2004, and it's like that's why he's the most winning.
Well, it's player. Just in even in COD, it's like it's so much harder to win now. So it's like the
is it harder to win?
Big T wouldn't agree, or Big T would disagree.
Crimsix would.
Big T has a good point though. What did he say? He ended it with like, my electrician knows more about electricity than Thomas Edison, but that does not mean he's smarter than Thomas fucking Edison.
It's weird. I think actually back then the talent was more spread out. There would be like 1 to 2 great players on each team, and then well, of course, I feel like the Optic team when they got Crim, formerly the Dynasty, the early stage of the Dynasty. That's really when I feel like one of the first Complexity before that was when like a Dynasty formed and they were insane. Then the Optic Dynasty after that.
Parasite?
The what?
Who was that? Parasite,
no, that was
Killa. That was my favorite team of all time.
Yeah. They won twice.
Parasite.
No, they won 4 times.
Parasite.
They won a lot.
Parasite, Killa, Mir, and Karma. That was my favorite team of all time.
Yeah, that team, that was a legendary team. I remember my first event, MLG Anaheim, I think before Championship Sunday, it was like 4 or 5 a.m. Everyone, because it's MLG Anaheim back in the old MLG events, so they were a lot more fun, I guess you could say.
Right.
And they're just out front partying the night before Championship Sunday. And I was like, yo,
people still in the tourney?
Lit. And, oh, yeah, they played Complexity the next day.
Yeah.
They're just partying.
And they were just having a great time.
Wait, who were the people partying?
There was a lot of people. I think there was other couple people in the tournament. I remember like Killa, Miracles still out there.
So fire.
But it was just so fire. And then they're all up on main stage, man. And they've already I think 4-peated at this point because they won Dallas, they won Champs, they won like a tournament in the UK and another one. But they were like on top of the world.
The Gfinity tournament, right? Yeah. Okay, I remember that.
Yeah, and that was fire. But it was just the good old days of MLG events and stuff.
Dude, so the crazy days.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I miss those days, man.
I think we got off on a tangent from, we're supposed to talk about winning or something, right?
Oh, yeah. The piece of the pie.
Oh, yeah.
The piece of the pie.
Oh, yeah. But I think, the talent was more spread out.
Where did it come from?
The what?
The piece of the pie stuff.
It was an OpTic pod.
Yeah.
I was on the pod. And it was after, so I don't know if you know, but when the CDL first started, there was the finals was a best of 9. Are you posing for Matt's camera?
Yeah, I won't look away.
We all just look in weird directions.
Audio listener, we're just posing, talking about life. While Matt takes his picture.
All right, cool. We look good now.
All right. Anyway, piece of the pie.
CDL when the CDL first started, the grand finals of every event was a best of 9, like one best of 9, and his team went down 0-4. Right?
Yeah.
And so it's a first to 5.
It happened to me.
And then he came back and won 5 games straight, and they won. And so it was the podcast after that Formal told the story. He was like, Bruce told me like he always gets a piece of the pie, and he said it on the pod. That's funny. It just became like a thing.
That's where it came from.
It was a good time.
I didn't know if you're watching that and you're like, yeah, damn right.
I definitely saw some clips because that's something like people started like commenting and tweeting at me like.
But then no
like,
pie.
What is this pie coming from?
Pie shit?
At the time, I didn't like, wait, pie? Well, I don't know. But I was like, oh shit, that's fire.
Just no pie after that.
Yeah, no pie.
Just years of no pie.
A couple
he
top threes.
Always
and that's
gets
it.
a piece of the pie, and then just never no pie.
All the people were like, yeah, he must really always win, and then after that, just none. I was like, fuck.
But it's Formal's fault somehow.
Yeah, I guess so, but nah, not really. We just stopped winning. I just stopped winning. Unfortunately, my teams got worse, and yeah, that's really it.
You got a quad feed before you retired.
I did get a quad feed.
That is pretty hype.
Yeah, I got a coffee at the Dallas Major this year versus Toronto.
You were humble about it too. I wouldn't have been. They were all one shot. It was pretty. They lined up.
They didn't hit me with a bullet either. Like I was under health the whole time.
Really?
Yeah, they just kept shooting my teammates around me. My teammates that are all team shooting them.
Yeah.
So it just looks insane. It was a great highlight clip to put in a montage for sure.
Do you feel like you still had it this year, or was it like, damn, is my time coming?
No, mechanically and stuff, I could have kept playing if I wanted, but like it's just the passion was like zero. So like I didn't want to play extra and like put that extra time in, and you just
like
tell like my gameplay just got worse.
Eights.
Yeah, like I don't think I play eights like once or twice. So
Do you passion aside, do you think, I ask everybody that retires this, do you think that like age has a lot to do with retirement, or is it just because of the passion?
I think, mostly with age, there's not really any like you lose skill or ability unless you're playing to like maybe you're like 30, high 30s and stuff. But I think it's more so just you get bored. Like especially if you've done it for so long, like it's just natural in life. Everyone's gonna get bored of something they've done for so many years. That's just natural to just kind of get bored of something and not really care about it as much. Like when I was 17, 18, I would die for Call of Duty. I'm playing it all day, every day, from scrims to wagers to anything I could play. But now I'm like, kind of just want to do other things.
Yeah,
so you just
be a firefighter.
You lose interest. Be a firefighter.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
Well, it's like you turn into it. It's like it becomes conscious. Everything you do is like, okay, I need to play. I need to do this scrim today, so I'll get on to do this scrim today. After, do I really feel like? But like back in the day, it's like, no, I'm fiending to get on the game. It's not even, you're not thinking about it. You're not thinking like, what time are we scrimming? You're just like, I'm gonna be on. We're gonna be scrimming. Like, it was just completely your lifestyle. And obviously, it's your lifestyle as you get older, but it just becomes such a like conscious thing of just, okay, what time are we scrimming? Okay, I'll get on close to then maybe get a warm up. Like just I guess it really is just like the passion, because it's not like you fucking lose strength in your hands or something.
That's what
like
Seth was saying. He was like, no,
I
when
felt
you get
like
old,
I was.
when you get older, like you just
That's
say you got too much money, you got too much like your passion.
you got
too
bored,
gone.
and then you saw you
Just
could
say-
have doubled.
like it's okay, man. Just say it. That's kind of what I was thinking.
I think another big thing that happened for a lot of other players and myself was the fact that the league like went backwards. Like we used to play so many games. We'd have a LAN league where we get to be in person, practicing scrimming and seeing progress with your team.
Yeah.
We'd go to so many more events and it just be in person. So it was like rewarding. To now it's like we're just back in our bedrooms playing online tournaments again.
Yeah.
So it's like, or online league matches, which are even worse than, like I would rather play an online tournament like a 2K and have that whole day you're just running through the bracket.
Yeah.
Until you meet to the finals and like you play to win it. But now we're just playing online league matches. So it gets to the point after doing it for so long, it's like, oh damn, I lost the online league match. Who gives a fuck?
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Wow, I won an online league match. Who gives?
gives a fuck?
It's my 2,000 or 3,000th league match in my career. Who gives a fuck about an online league match? You know?
Yeah. I
and then are you
100%.
playing kids sometimes where you're like, bro, you're not you're not this good on LAN?
Oh yeah, there's been so many people throughout the years that have been like that. They just went to LAN and they're just not that good. So
It's basically, obviously there's the events, but it's just like practically the whole season's just online.
yeah.
And it's got to just be, because I never felt like I was a good online player. I always had good online teams, but like it can be just like demoralizing. Like, bro, this does not happen at events. You don't play like this at events. Like, and it's just like a little demoralizing.
What do you miss about the old days? Like, by the old days, I mean like the years you played, which I guess was only 2 years, pre Jetpack era. Like the years that like a lot of these guys like that are watching this didn't even watch in real time.
Definitely, like the local lands were a huge thing.
Yeah.
When you were
Yes.
13,
Like on the East Coast. Oh yeah, when I was like 13, I think I went to my first local land in MW3. I'm not sure what year that was, but I was probably like 13, 14ish around there. But yeah, the local lands were so much fun because
Dude,
that's
they
like
don't
that
happen
prepped you for
anymore.
everything.
yeah.
Local LANs don't happen.
Yeah.
anymore. They just don't like if you want to play a local LAN in Call of Duty or in Halo, you can't.
Yeah.
Like, good luck trying to find an online event.
I think that because like I mean, especially back then, people were going crazy, saying the craziest things.
Yeah.
You had anywhere from like 12-year-olds to 20-year-olds like playing.
Right.
And I was like
Parents
young.
behind them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, I didn't let my mom come into this. Like she would
Same with
dropped
my
me
mom.
off.
I was like, dude,
You gotta stay in the
You're gonna
car.
see some like this is bad.
You gotta stay in the
Again,
car.
She's dropping me, and think about that now as like an older adult. If you were to drop your kids off at like a gaming LAN center, and then your kid's like, no, you can't come in here. Like shit gets crazy in here. You'd be like, what are you talking about?
No, my dad would have come in. He would have been like, I have to know what's happening. Then I would have never been allowed back.
Exactly. Because we were playing in like most of the local lands. We were playing in some old Boost Mobile store, no AC, no nothing. We were just bringing like the plastic table, setting it up with the Xboxes lined up and the monitors. Like it wasn't some luxurious looking thing at all.
No.
And people were going crazy, saying the craziest things. But especially being young, like you just gotta let your gameplay do the talking. And then you talk shit a little bit, but
you were not. I actually just talked about this with Tommy. You were never much of it. Because I was talking about like the shit talk back in the day, especially between. It seemed like the Dynasty and you guys, the FaZe team. Y'all used to talk. That I was like, y'all. Those two teams like talked a bunch of shit, especially Clay and Matt would go at it. Clay and
is that like a rivalry?
Seth, yeah, it was a little bit of a rivalry. Yeah. And I was like. Ian would go at it and then would talk a little bit of shit. And I was like, no one talks shit. Like the only people that didn't talk shit was really like Damon and Dylan. And then Tommy was like, attached would talk some shit. He would talk shit behind your back.
No, I had way more. Like back in the day, like in Ghost, there's multiple videos of me when I was beating Optic and Ghost. Just talking shit. Like I was wearing my Harvard shirt at UMG Philly. There's Big T, Scump, Nate Shot, and I forgot who else was on the team at the time. I think it was Ricky. Ricky. Yeah. And I was like, go home. Go home. You're awful. And they're like Nate Shot and Scump at the time. I'm just some random kid from California. I'm just some random with my West Coast teammates.
That's crazy.
And then another time at UMG Nashville, I was standing up. I was like, it's just talking shit again. So I think I just kind of became more tame throughout the years. I was just more chill. But
everyone
feel like that always happens.
It does happen, man. I hate that it happens, but it makes sense.
Like Formal used to chirp.
Bro,
now Formal just turned into like...
Bro, Matt used to be a demon. He wasn't like a shit talker. He was like okay, let's mute everyone's mic and get rid of the footage.
I'd be shit talking while losing. Like there's the infamous story of me. I think it was in finals, but I come out, I get like a killing spree right away. So I'm like 5-0 and I just scream, I'm the best in the fucking game, looking over to them and shit. I go like neg 14, we lose. And then just like certain events like that will happen. And then you just start getting older and you start getting a little more humble. And it just seems a little bit more cringe than it used to.
Yeah.
Because once upon a time, there was a time where talking shit was just like it was fun, and it was almost like people didn't really take it personal, so you just go fucking.
It was like almost as important as playing. Like you play, then you, like the complexity squad literally had Mr. X as a coach, and all he would do
just to talk shit.
is just talk shit.
That's why you got dropped, Clay. You can't snipe like that.
Yeah, exactly. That same event, the Philly event.
The Gears of War players, though.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't think. See, I don't think if Gears had stayed alive, I don't think that culture would have ever died. That's like part of who they are.
Why is that? How does that become a part of your culture?
So good. It's so good.
Bro, I remember it'd be like Halo, COD, Gears of War, and you walk over to the Gear side because it's just fucking rowdy.
Yeah.
And you just think like people are about to start fighting and shit.
Dude, like I think there was the event I shot. I think it might have been Mexico City. I can't remember. It was one of those events, or maybe it was the casino event. But the Optic boys go down 0-2. And so the other team, they're literally standing up, talking shit to the Optic boys, like screaming at them, and like they're celebrating like they just won. It's best of 5.
Yeah,
they're down 0-2, and then our guys are like talking to each other, and then like you can see like Explosive like realize what's happening because like the crowd's kind of starting to get into it, and he just like stands up and is just like, "You've never fucking beaten me, never. You've been playing for 10 years. You've never beaten me." And then they come back.
That was the GOAT.
They come back and reverse sweep them, and then it was just literally like 8 minutes of shit talking.
Imagine being on that other team.
Everyone's packing up, still walking away. You're still fucking dog shit.
Yeah,
drink that fucking water.
You got up and it was 2-0. Dude, one of my favorite clips of like from ever doing Vision was the Gears of War guys. And I forgot what he said, but dude, he was like like Explosive was like a stand-up comedian. The way he like never like lost track of his next, like whatever shit talk was coming next. He was always like 2 sentences ahead.
Yeah.
And he stood up and he was like, "You guys are," what did he say? "You guys are mad. These lights, they do things to people." He was like pointing at the lights. "These lights, they do things to people. You guys are mad comfortable or you guys are mad nice in the comfort of your own home." And I was like, ooh. I'm recording it like,
You just dissing him right there.
You guys are mad nice in the comfort of your own home.
Yeah, it used to be. I mean, even now, like, I mean, we've seen. Now it's turned into like people don't want to say anything because of some like bad juju shit.
It's that Shotsy shit.
Shotsy
ruined it all, man.
But it's weird. At events, like people do talk shit, but I feel like shit talk has lost like its authenticity, especially at COD events.
Yeah.
Because everyone just stands up, "You're fucking ass, fuck you." But it's like everyone does the same shit talk.
so true.
There's no different shit talk. It's all, "You're fucking dog shit." Like we'll go round 11, game 5. "You're fucking terrible. You're fucking." It's like
easy. That shit's too
that
easy.
shit's so easy.
It's
Like,
a
brother, you won
1v1.
by 1 round. Like it just lost that authenticity and the creativity of actual shit talk.
Yeah.
Compared to the back in the day. So now it just feels forced. Like it actually is, unless someone does it well nowadays.
Yeah.
It is cringe to talk shit now.
Yeah.
Because like all the shit talk is so basic and boring.
I think at events it's fine, but yeah, what do you think about the Shotsy situation of they're the number 1 seed?
Everyone's fucking dog
Shotsy's
shit.
running shit. Fucking.
It's about time
he's
someone
obviously-
shoots back.
Obviously,
I think
the face of the game. And then what was he saying?
Everyone's dog shit. It's about time someone shoots
He had a
back.
lot of tweets.
Yeah.
I think he was on stream. Like,
People need to
he's
start
like,
streaming.
"Y'all need to bang the hill." He was like roasting
Right.
something. He's like, "Y'all need to bang the hill. You're fucking dog shit. What are you doing?"
I don't know
They're
what
all
happened.
dog shit. They need to play 8s. They need to stream. What the fuck
Exactly,
are they doing?
yeah.
They're fucking trash.
He said, "I saw Halo."
says-
He was like, "I saw Halo die. I don't want to see COD die."
And then we saw what happened after that.
0-18.
I don't know. Do you have any? What was your
Any thoughts?
outside? What from the pros perspective?
Were you a part of that pie? Well, 0-18.
Nah.
You didn't play.
Nah, we
you
didn't play.
us?
We played Optic before and after that, and we lost them. I was like, damn, why couldn't we sneak one in when they were down bad? Why can't we sneak it up? We need those 10 CDL points, but
You're just like fuck. We're 0-15. Or we're 1-15. I don't know. What was there? What was your? I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on that, or what was the pro player?
Or a side chat.
Yeah, was there a side chat like holy shit, Frosty's getting or Frosty, Shotsy.
shout out Brad.
Shout out,
But no, I feel like with Shotsy, it was just so unnatural to him that
Yeah.
like I looked at it and I was like, oh, that's so funny. Like that's so cute that he's saying all these
Yeah.
things. Because like if Shotsy was to say the meanest, the craziest thing you could think of to say to me, I'd be like, it's all right, little buddy. Like you don't gotta. It's fine.
Let it out.
Yeah,
Little
that's
buddy.
like when
man.
Celium talked shit to me because that you know the clip when Celium was like, "You are gonna fucking retire" or something.
No,
You
I
didn't
don't.
see that?
No.
Oh, Celium was like, "You're," because he was saying, "You're fucking awful. You're fucking awful. You're gonna fucking retire." And I didn't hear him in the moment, but
You're
like,
just like damn.
when there's players like that, like Celium or Shotsy, or you're probably even me when I was younger and talking shit, like, it's like. It's all right. Like you can't even be mad at them because it's like, come on, like no one's getting mad at
job.
Shotsy for talking shit. I was like, that's good trash talk, man. Keep it up. So like, I feel like with Shotsy, it was just like,
Was there
you're not even
side
taking him
chats?
serious. Nah, I think all the pros were just like probably laughing at it, and then, but like at the time when you are dominating, people are like, oh shit, maybe he's right. But then they had that bad split. So I mean, it was just kind of funny because if someone else was doing it, like, let's say like Pred, for example, is talking shit, it hits a little different.
It is a little different.
Or
yeah.
like Scrap or Draws or talking
Right,
shit.
yeah,
but then
yeah.
if Shotsy does it, it's like, yeah. But
It's
it's not,
kinda- yeah.
there's no like oomph behind it.
It kind of reminded me like there was this weird like couple months in Vanguard where like the FaZe guys were trying to do it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the Tiny Terrors were trying to be
Yeah.
like villains.
Oh really?
And everyone was like, "Whoa! Like no, you don't have to do this.
Like guys, just stop.
like
It's
you
not-
guys are like already good. Like y'all don't have to be the villains." It was weird, but then like when Draws does it, it's like okay,
It's more nat- like, it
now
just
we
seems
now we can
natural.
see it. Like you seem like a douchebag.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
whether you are or not, it's like from the outside perspective, like we can latch on to that,
Yeah.
and then Scrap same like well, it's like a douche on douche violence. Like I'm in.
COD also needs something like that. It needs a
for sure.
real
Yeah, for sure.
like
Oh, and that's
a real
that shit's
beef.
from I didn't watch the Breaking Point documentary, but it seems real. That
Is there a
between
Breaking
those two-
Point documentary
the Scrap
about
and
it?
Draws thing?
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
That's
no,
just real.
That's definitely real.
I mean, they're
That's
like
definitely real.
once the girlfriends are involved,
Yeah.
Oh, true,
they're
true.
getting thrown up.
I forgot
on
about that,
state
yeah.
or on the big screen.
The super shit this weekend was fire though.
That was fire.
Shout out Super.
That was elite. Like I got hyped like watching that. I felt like it was an actual old event, even though it was a accident because like he was talking shit to Envoy. He didn't know he fist bumped Scrap that hard because then Scrap's hand hit his own face.
Oh, really?
So that's why it got to that. But it wasn't like it just straight to that. It was an accident, but it definitely still in the moment, the heat of the moment, it was like, oh shit.
When I saw the podcast clip, you know what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
When I saw the podcast clip, I was like, they're gonna lose. I was like, they're pulling a Shotsy right now. They're gonna lose, and then they lost.
Yeah.
But then
Was it all in one
Then they came back and won the
series, or
event.
was one in like winners bracket, and then they played again on Sunday?
All the drama really happened on that Saturday in like the winners finals. And then they played each other the next day, and LAT
Sunday.
won, which was Sunday. And then
I saw Scrap.
Yeah,
Didn't like Hydra go up and start saying some shit?
Yeah,
Scrap
but
came
like
in.
people were like, I think
I'm
people
like,
were like,
that's what you want to see out of your
Yeah.
team.
It is, and like I understand, I would have talked shit too, but I've seen a lot of people like kind of mix up the timelines. They would be like, yeah, that's what Super gets for talking shit, and it's like, well, Super was retaliating. He was retaliating from the podcast clip.
Yeah.
Like that part was the fire part to me. And then like
what podcast clip?
the clip, all the LAT guys are on like corduroy beanbags and they're like,
Yeah,
and they're all talking shit about Super. All of them. Just
really?
talking shit about him.
Just saying he
He's just not that good.
He's not good. He's a kill whore. Like Dylan is like, if I played like him, I'd be dropping a 1.6.
Damn.
It was personal. Like they were pointing out
and then
Super.
they play each other.
And then they lost.
What was the series?
Probably like game
first
5,
time
round
with
11.
game 5, but it was funny. The map 4, Scrap accidentally calls in like a gunship.
Oh yeah,
some crazy
forgot
thing.
about that shit.
He tried to call in his streak, his cruise missile, which probably does win them the game.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, calling the wrong streak, so he's stuck in it for like 15 seconds because it's this whole cinematic scene where you're in an airplane, a bomb drops, you're ready to get in like a turret, but they they
Isn't
lose
a gunship like the top streak in the game?
Yeah, I think it's like a dreadnought or like something like that.
Holy shit!
And
He was just destroying.
he's just fucking farming
Yeah, he was
and
like
still
shitting.
loses.
Yeah, and then they lose that series. They come back the next day and win, but like that trash talk between them was like felt real.
It felt
authentic.
real, right?
That's why it was so good because you could tell it was real.
Exactly. It didn't feel like any like fake. Like whenever like AG would stand up and talk shit to Sib, and I'm like, I know you guys like
You guys are besties.
You guys like love each other.
They're on FaceTime the next day. Look at my ring. Look at my ring. Oh, I beat you. They're literally besties. So it's like it's funny,
Right,
but like
yeah.
you know they're good friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Was there anyone you didn't like playing against?
Yeah,
It
who
was
was your
like, man,
nemesis?
this
Who was your-
motherfucker's gonna talk.
Not
Or,
that I didn't
I feel like
playing-
you wouldn't even like take it like that.
Not that I didn't like playing against. I just feel like I had people that I loved playing against. So like when I would play against my close friends like Lamar Accuracy,
Yeah.
and I would just play him. I would just run them because like I just wanted
just
I
run
literally
'em.
wanted to beat my friends more than I wanted to beat people that like I didn't really care about. Like,
Really?
if I play against people that like, I don't really have any drama or anything with, I'm like, yeah, I still want to win, but like
Yeah.
but when I beat my friend, I'm like, oh, now we're about to talk shit to each other after.
Yeah.
Like I need to win this, or even like the old Optic team because that's when it was at its peak of like the FaZe versus Optic. Back in the old days, all the fans are going crazy. The crowd's Scump shoots someone in the back.
He gets
the crowd
rolled
erupts.
Yeah,
Like,
Shoot someone in the back.
Shoot someone in
So
the back
then it was felt like I didn't even really
when
want
they're
to beat.
down by 80 points.
Literally, I didn't even really want to beat. Like, of course, I wanted to beat Optic and the players, but like you wanted to silence the crowd back
Right.
then because
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the big thing at the moment.
Yeah.
And then when Crim6 and I would go back and forth a little bit, I would just love playing Crim and beating him as well.
Okay.
So yeah, that was always fun. But once like my generation of players I came up with retired, and the people I would compete against for so long, it kind of got boring. I'm like, if like these
Damn, I
young
ain't got
people
no
like
friends.
like a BZ beats me, I'm like, whatever, bro. Like I don't like cool. Say whatever you want. Like it doesn't really matter to me. But like if I'm playing the people from my era,
Yeah.
I really want to win that.
I get
shit.
that. I get that. That makes perfect sense. Like
Yeah.
you,
Was there someone from your era or who from your era where you like, fuck, we got to play, say, Optic? This is going to be tough. Was there a player or
you
a
have
team?
like a nemesis.
Like, I always just, for an example, like if I was to play Roy and Lunch from Halo, I'd be like, fuck. Or Ola. And I'm like, God, they're just so hard to beat. Like, who was that for you in COD?
It's weird. I
And
wouldn't
you're
say it's-
retired now, so you can start giving flowers
Yeah, you
out.
can
No,
finally start
it
gas.
wasn't like that. The issue with me is when I play better competition and better players, like the best in the world, that's when I'm going to be my best. But my issue, and it's been the same with baseball, like I'd make the hardest play that's literally impossible to make, I'd make it. Then the easiest play, I'd mess up.
Yeah,
Same
yeah,
thing in
yeah.
COD. I'd play like some random T8 shitter team, and it goes game 5, some crazy things.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not playing that well, but then I play the best
That's
teams in
how
the
I
game, and I'm like,
Yeah.
and it's just fun. It's easy. Like, I'm not worried about it. So my concern was always like playing like the slightly worse teams that I didn't respect as much.
Okay.
Because I was still trying to go hard, but something in my brain, in my body, just wouldn't let me get to that next level.
I get that. Yeah.
And so that was my biggest issue while competing, and even playing at like just like an MLG tournament compared to like COD champs. COD champs, I'm like locked in, I'm on point.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. But just some random UMG or MLG tournament, I can't get into that mode, like that 100% mode.
Yeah.
So that was always my biggest issue. I'm like, oh shit, we're playing these shitters. It's gonna be a good match. And then I go play the Dynasty or something. I'm like, I'm feeling like $1 million going into that match. Like, I'm
playing
feeling so
these
confident.
shitters. This is going to be a good match.
Yeah, like it was weird.
It's like the
I hate
adrenaline
it.
or something.
Yeah, I think it is.
Like even like those butterflies you get before like a big match, it's like they almost like help you.
Yeah, they do,
It's
for
like
sure.
whatever it produces in your brain. But if you play a team that you don't really give a fuck about, sometimes they're coming out hard as
Yeah, because
fuck.
they're like, we're playing
You're
FaZe.
sort of just
Yeah.
assuming shit's gonna be going your way. Then when shit's not going your way, it's just like, hold up, this is not what's supposed
That's
to
what's
happen.
happened to our Halo team 2 events in a row. We just like lose a pool play match
Yeah.
and then get the best team in the game round 1, and then they play the entire losers bracket.
Have you paid attention to Halo at all?
A little bit. I haven't really watched it, but I've seen like OpTic making their runs from losers the past 2
We've
tournaments.
been
So
in
I get the
losers
tweets.
won the first 2 events. Losers won both times and then win the event.
Hey, it's meant to be then.
Hey.
It's meant to be. They're meant to go to losers.
Maybe we've actually sort of had this talk, and
Is
they're
it
like
better to go
because
to
they're
losers?
sitting there like low key. We kind of like it.
Yeah.
Then you just start banging out
Yeah,
match
boom, boom.
after match after match
Yeah.
instead of like winning. Then you wait 3 hours. Sometimes I can just like throw off your momentum or whatever. But I think they kind of like the back to back
Yeah.
That's
fucking
insane.
games.
That's insane.
What was
But it's good.
what was the best Call of Duty competitively?
Competitively, I'd
you
probably
played?
say Black Ops 2. Once like all the cheese stuff finally got restricted,
Yeah.
like sentry guns,
Sentry
and, like the
guns and
dual
shit.
cap 40s,
Yeah,
which are just
yeah,
insane. But probably Black Ops 2, because from the maps to the M8, the MSMC, even the Scorpion for like the up close
Yeah.
gunfights. I just think everything was like perfect in that game. And then I would probably say like AW and Black Ops 3, like a little behind that, because those also had insanely good maps, great weapons, and just overall good games. So I'd probably say those are the top 3.
I've heard people mention like AW and shit, and maybe even like IW. But I swear, during AW and IW, people were roasting. that game.
Especially during IW.
But it's like now
Yeah.
looking back, since you've played shittier games, it's like, wait, those were actually kind of fucking
dude,
good.
if Black
were
Ops 3
insane.
if Black Ops 3 hadn't come out in the middle, I mean, that luckily I think Black Ops 3 like saved COD for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because like AW people were like, what the hell's going on with COD? And then Black Ops 3 comes out and you're like, oh shit. And then IW comes out and it's the most disliked YouTube video on YouTube.
Then 3 years later, people are like, bring back Jetpacks.
Right,
Right,
exactly,
because
yeah.
right after Jetpacks, everyone was saying it. I was saying it. Everyone was sick of Jetpacks because
Yeah.
you always think grass is greener on the other side. It has to get better, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, we got to go back.
Then they drop World War II.
Whoa! No World War II slander.
Then they drop World
'Cause
War
listen,
II. You can
as a-
survive an artillery strike. All you have
as
to
a
do is run
competitive
through
game-
it.
Let me
You just
Google
run
what
through
that was.
Run through the artillery strike. You can just survive it, apparently.
No, you still get hurt, but it was that bomb was randomized though, so it wasn't like a constant thing. It was just different, like things it's hitting at different times.
Yeah.
But as World War II as a competitive game was great. The way it was visually, it was depressing,
Yeah, it was like
dark. It was literally a documentary of World War II in a
gloomy.
game.
Exactly,
But
yeah.
the competitive dynamics of it were good. Like Search and Destroy was great in that game. Then you also had to be good with nades, but like for public matches and for everything else, that game was terrible.
Yeah, dude, the pubs were so bad.
Yeah.
And then like halfway through the game, the pubs were amazing, but everyone had already left.
Yeah.
Trying to find like pictures. To
Also, that
remember
was
the game.
2018, so Fortnite literally
Oh, yeah.
was
Took over.
the biggest
Took over the
game
world.
ever made.
Did you ever dive into other games while competing, like a Fortnite, or
Not really.
did you miss the Fortnite peak?
We all did.
I have a
We all could have changed our lives.
I have a funny story. I like when I first started throwing events, I threw some events in Fortnite, and Blake and George have been playing, like Blake and George have been playing
like that shit.
Fortnite, like preparing for they've been playing wagers every night and stuff, and I had never put them in a tournament, so I put them in a Fortnite tournament. And I was like, I got creators on one side, and I got competitive players on the other side. All you got to do is get through the competitive or the creator side, and you'll get money. Yeah, you got to suck it.
Trying to suck it, I just can't.
You just suck.
Trying to suck it, but I can't.
Just a little. It's like a suck, but not swallow.
Yeah, just don't. Just like my. Anyway, wait. What were you saying about?
Yeah, so I'm Blake and George are like basically doing like wagers and scrimming in Fortnite, and I put them in a tournament
week out here.
I put them in. You got plenty of time.
You got plenty of time to get.
Give Uncle a couple months, and Uncle will be back. He'll be a master at He'll be master.
I put them in like a Fortnite tournament, and I'm like, all you got to do is win 2 matches, and you get like money. Like, and this is before TST was even a thing. And I was like, I'll put people that don't even play Fortnite on your side, and you just win a few, and then like you'll probably get slammed by the pros. And so they play attach first round of that tournament, and he bops them out the tournament.
In what game?
In Fortnite. Console Fortnite.
Do you even play like that?
I think that was before. That was during the off season, because there was a couple people that got into it, like Apathy. It was kind of funny because he was one of like the first big YouTubers on Fortnite unknowingly. Like he had a couple of videos that have like 500,000 views on like old Fortnite, but then everyone from COD quit Fortnite. And because World War II came out, so we're back to competing and scrimming. But it's kind of crazy to think if. Who knows what would happen if people stuck it out with Fortnite, some COD people. I mean, we saw everyone go over there and make careers for themselves, so.
Wonder who would have been good. Who do you think would have, what kind of players are like just crackheads? Like, would it have had to been the Hydras?
Nah, not like back then.
Is it still
back then?
If Hydra switches to Fortnite, would he have been a fucking god?
I think, yeah, now, but even he might be too old to switch now.
Yeah, now it's
like you got to be 15, 16.
Insane.
Like you're like insane.
Are there controller players in Fortnite? Or is it all mouse and keys?
Yeah. I think there's some controller players.
I haven't kept up with it.
Yeah.
I can't even watch it.
No, it's next.
I don't know what's going on anymore
now,
No,
bro.
Dude, the final zones are just like buildings. They're just like wooden buildings.
Just castles.
Just
Bro, it's
and the commentators are all like
Yeah.
Remember when Booga won though?
Yeah.
Shit was fucking. I feel like that was. Did you watch when Booga won?
Yeah.
That shit was kind of it's like time stood still when that
for
motherfucker
sure.
won.
Booga's like
this is the next like.
Booga's like the Chris
scump.
Moneymaker of Fortnite.
I don't know.
So-
You're too on
Comments got me. Because like, has Booga won? Was he the best player in the world for a little while?
Yeah,
I think
I
at
mean
that
he
time-
dominated the world.
Oh, okay.
Cup
Yeah, the World
or
Cup,
whatever tournament it was.
I couldn't remember.
Yeah, Booga was fucking that guy. Fortnite players are just completely fucking different.
Yeah.
Ooh, I almost.
I think I might have asked something like this a little bit earlier. When did the thoughts of retirement start entering into your head? Was it this season? Or was there a time last season where you like, you know what, maybe last season's going to be this is going to be my last season, or I'm going to try again next year? When did the thoughts kind of start arising in your head?
I think kind of at the end of last season, because our team last season, because I was on Vegas, obviously not the best org
Who's the
or team.
We made
a lot of changes.
Or what was like your placings as well?
We're pretty much just placed 8th the whole year, and like Vegas Legion has always been the bottom 11th, 12th team, literally always the worst. And we got them their highest placing at the I think we got 9th, which is like their highest placing ever. But like in the standings at the end of the year.
Yeah.
But our first roster was like Standy, myself, Nero, and Purge. But yeah, like last year it was tragic because we just would choke every time at an event.
Really?
Like for Major 1, we get reverse swept for top 6. Major 2, we choke like a 5-3 lead in a round 11 with first blood. Major 3, choke a really bad SND to lose it. Major 4, choke a 1v3 game 5. So like if literally any of those happen differently, we qualify for champs, which my only goal was really to win an event with them, but that's so far-fetched.
Yeah.
But then like just get Vegas to COD champs, which is because they've never been there before.
Right, yeah.
So that would have been insane to do it with because they always get paid the least. They always get the last pickings of all the players because all the players sign for more on other teams.
Right.
So after all that happening, I was like, damn, maybe this isn't meant for me because we just kept choking.
Right.
So I was
How's
like,
that stress? when losses like that, because I've seen some tough losses in Call of Duty. What's the stress like after that, especially at that point in your career where it's like, bro, I need these fucking wins. I don't have 10 more years to go. Like, what's your mindset after losses like that? What's the stress like?
After a couple, I mean, you're just mad. You're trying to figure out what happened, what went wrong. But then after it keeps happening consistently, you're just like, maybe I'm just cursed. So I was like, damn, maybe I'm just cursed. Because like you're playing with like so little help of like monetarily, like we're all spread across the country. We don't have a facility that we're practicing every day, which is only I think 2 teams or 3 teams last year were like that.
Isn't that a big disadvantage?
Oh, definitely, for sure.
Like if you're all spread across the country, but then you're playing a team that's in Dallas and on Dallas servers, it's like, what are you even gonna do?
Like the craziest thing, because we had like that Virginia server cheese where we kind of got blessed for a little bit, which everyone remembers because I was versus like OpTic and like some other top teams which we beat. But then they don't see the other side where we were getting fucked over because I was in Texas. My teammates were like New York, Boston, and Ohio, and we were playing LAT on a Denver server.
Oh wow!
So
you guys are all
pretty crazy. So we were just getting shit on. It was like 250 to 50, and we're like, I mean, bro, like there's nothing we could do about this. My teammates are on pinging 50 and 60. The other team's pinging 25.
Yeah. It's like you're not even saying like, yo, we would be winning if not, but it's like, bro, we don't even have a chance. We can't even fight back.
We went game 5 with them one time, so I was like, we're fighting, but like, bro, it's so hard. So it was definitely a big disadvantage, and just being in person, you can't see each other every day to improve and talk about things in person. You have to do it all over Discord. So like it was so difficult, and to be so close so many times to winning those matches, to getting those top 6, top 4 placings, it's like, fuck. Yeah. It was tough. And then I kind of thought this year would be my last year, unless like it went really well, which we had high expectations, and unfortunately it didn't pan out. But I feel like this one was probably going to be my last year, unless like we were getting like top 3, top 4, maybe fighting to win a championship. But since it didn't, I was like, oh shit, we got to wrap it up. we got to wrap it up over here.
Whenever, because you and Tommy have been good friends for a long time. Yeah. Whenever he retires and you see like the flank and you see what's happening, and then a bunch of your peers that you played with, like Clay is now coaching, Damon's coaching, and Seth starts his watch party, and everyone's kind of doing big things elsewhere. Are you like feeling that pressure of like, oh shit, like people are making something happen out of this thing? Like, should I try that? Or are you like I'm just gonna keep playing as long as possible?
I think kind of for me, I just wanted to play as long as possible. Yeah. But I do think throughout my career, like I've missed some big booms, whether it be Fortnite or whether it be like back in the day where like Tommy and I were playing with Rice Gum on MLG.TV, like playing games, and Rice Gum becomes this huge streamer. So I've seen like so many people, even some big COD creators like Swag and them, like be like a smaller YouTuber, going like bringing his setup to events, grinding videos out, and then to what he is now. So I feel like I've seen so many people blow up. That's like, damn, like I might have had an opportunity to do that in the content world or other things, but I've just been competing for so long. But I wanted to compete for as long as possible. And I just feel like after now it's like dive into that world and give it my best shot and just see how we do and have some fun with it.
That's what Zen always says. That Zen's like, he's like, I'm happy that I'm here. I'm happy the watch party's going well. I'm happy that everything's going well, but I'll never not miss competing. That's what Zen usually says. He says because Seth had a few opportunities over the past 2 years to come back, and Zen's like, dude, I could never say no, and Seth would just say no, like things are going well with the watch party and shit.
Well, with Seth, it's like, Seth, it's like he hops back in. He's the face of the league. Yeah, there's so much pressure on him.
Pressure. I get what you're saying.
Like it's different. I can see why Zenny would love to jump back in. It's just
because he's definitely not a face. He'll just be like a little fish.
Exactly. But like for Seth, it's a massive
Seth
deal.
Is the league. Like let's be honest here. Seth is COD.
Yeah.
So like a decision like that for him, it's just like
do I chill here on the couch and drink beers with my boys and
make
watch
millions
and make a lot of money, or do I go put an immense amount of pressure on myself? I mean, it makes sense.
Stress and dealing with. Here comes Reddit and commentators gonna have something to say about whether you lost a match or not. He joins the team. Does he play good or not?
He plays bad one match. Everyone's like, wow, he fell off. He's too old. He can't do this anymore. Of course, he's gonna have the supporters cheering him on, but like when you're that big, you're the biggest person in the league. Like that's just gonna happen.
Yeah. Is there any thoughts of you coming back? It's like maybe if I get an offer.
If they even offer me, well, unless they're offering me like $500,000, I'm not coming back. Like, I don't know. I do not want to compete and play anymore. Like, that's settled. That's done with. I think I would do it for like fun and maybe content purposes. Like, play in a challengers event or like do it something just for fun. But like, not seriously competing anymore. Cause I've been doing it my whole life. So it's time to explore new things and try new things and do new things.
I think you and the FaZe, the FaZe boys should play in a challengers
That
event.
would be hilarious if we could.
You, Tom, and Ian and Clay.
Getting Ian to show up though would be a challenge of its own for sure. Cause
really?
He's a recluse. So
is he?
Well, no, I mean, he just never leaves his house and he's just always up late. You never know what Ian's doing.
You got to get your boy, man.
Enable?
Yeah.
I do see him. I'll see him. I'll click on Twitch sometimes at like 2 a.m. He'll be playing
that's what he does.
He'll just be on random shit sometimes.
We were
like
playing
Rocket
Codenames
League,
last night.
Apex, some fucking random shit
Code-
I've never heard of. Like,
Enable's like somebody who'll pop into the TST chat like once every 4 months and just be like, he'll like say something funny and then just dip. And I'm like, what?
yeah, he joined like me and APG's watch party. Said like one thing, left.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm just like, bro, what?
Like, he's
or
just
no,
searching
he asked,
for dope.
yo, Niak, you see, he literally pops in the chat. Haven't talked to him in like 8 years. Pops in the chat, yo, Niak, you single? And I'm like, yeah, man. Like, I don't know why the fuck you're asking. And then he's just like, don't worry, I got you. And I'm just like, all right. And then he leaves.
Never hear from him again.
Never. I was like, chat, that is going to
That's why
go
we love him.
Trust
That's why we
me,
love
that's
him.
going nowhere. But just little shit like that.
Don't worry, I got you.
I'm just like, what the fuck? I haven't seen or heard from you in so long.
That is fucking hilarious.
Was this final season just like retirement's coming soon?
Yeah, for sure.
What were some of the few? What were you guys placing? Who was your team? What was sort of leading up to these thoughts of like, all right, I might just be done instead of trying to finish out the year on a team or something?
Well, first of all, we lived in a team house.
Who was that team?
It was myself, Sib, Kremp, and Mac. Thankfully, like I'm really cool with all of them, so it wasn't
I feel
a
like
bad
that seems
time.
like a decent team.
No, yeah, the team was solid on paper. It just didn't pan out that well. Like we were living in LA in a team house, so after living on your own for so long, to go back into a gaming house is like kind of crazy. I feel like with competing, content-wise, I don't think it would be too bad because like you're just bullshitting, having fun, streaming, doing all stuff, so it wouldn't be as bad. But when you're competing, I think it's different.
Somebody has a bad day of scrims.
Yeah, you have a shit day of scrims. You have to
you're looking at them. Yo, everyone's looking around like, what the fuck? Here.
So that kind of sucked. And then
So you didn't enjoy the team house?
No, not the team house at all. But the people in it, if we had different people that I didn't fuck with, it would have been way worse. Luckily, we were all cool. So like it wasn't that bad. But if it was like, thank God we had maids too. If you don't have maids, it would have been a disaster in there. But then, our stage one, like we just choked a lot of game 5s. I think we went game 5 like 4 times. So we started off like 1-6, placed 8th at the first event. Got reverse swept a couple times. Stage 2, we actually like bounced back
just
a little
cursed.
bit. Yeah,
just cursed. The curse is still going.
Yeah, but we played well in stage 2 though. Like we played well. We beat a couple teams we weren't supposed to beat.
I felt like there was a time where people were talking about like, it was Cloud9, right?
Yeah.
And people were talking about like Cloud9's looking good. They might be a contender for like a top 4 team. Sib's been playing really good lately.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been like the up.
That's how it was going in stage 2 because we were beating like Toronto and some other teams that have been placing and playing all right. And we went to the LAN, got 6. Unfortunately, we played FaZe in LAT in winners and losers.
It's
so
so
we're like,
stupid,
fuck.
bro.
Yeah.
It's so
I was like,
I hate
fuck.
when that
They
shit
couldn't because I
happens.
think because Boston upset LAT. So like it flipped it. But if
Yeah.
Boston would have lost, we would have played Boston for top 4. Like that's a very winnable series.
Just get stupid bounced. Like,
And I was like, oh fuck.
Fucking
But
curse.
it's the curse. It's the curse.
It's still going.
then we come back for stage 3 and we just get slammed. And then after that, like when you play bad again, like we just knew we had to make a change after that.
Yeah.
How did you feel individually during all these tournaments, scrims, online matches? Were you like, I'm playing pretty fucking good? We should be doing better than this? Or it was like, damn, like I should be playing a little better than this?
I think stage 1 and stage 3, I played bad for sure. Stage 2, I played pretty good because I was like leading the league in hill time, was doing good damage, was all this other stuff. So it was pretty solid and we were winning. But definitely stage 1 and 3, I wasn't playing good individually. On a team level, we weren't playing good, but on an individual level, I wasn't. And I mean, it sucks that I wasn't. I wish I could have, but I think that's just everything caught up. It was just like so many different outside factors, and just not wanting to like not being able to put that much time in and like the effort wasn't as strong as it should have been. That I just played bad. So it sucked that it ended like that. But
what's it like winning champs?
Winning champs was cool, but I was
the
18.
youngest.
Yeah, I was the youngest.
I was about your age when I won.
Nice. And it
was
wasn't
85 though.
85.
Yeah,
it's not too bad. It's not too long ago.
Oh, 09. Don't ever get it.
Oh, sorry. 2009. Sorry.
09's in the comments, man.
The great year.
That's all I got going for me is 09. So.
But it was cool. But like that was my first event I won, and I was 18. I was still.
That was the first event you won?
Yeah.
I thought you won in Ghosts.
Nah, because that's what kind of when I went pro in Ghost. And my highest placing was like top 4 in Ghost.
The first event you ever won was champs.
Yeah, so like
same, bro, same. Same
oh
here,
yeah, that is
same
true.
Here.
So I didn't know. I like at the time, like it was cool to win champs. It was cool to win an event, but I was just happy to win an event.
Yeah.
And then my mindset shifted to just like, shit, I need to win another event. Like I don't want to be one of those one event wonders. So like, it didn't hit me that I won champs.
I didn't want to be one of those either.
Yeah. You got your second.
I had like a fake second.
I think he doesn't count his second. I think we all count.
We count the cheese chips. So
my cheese chip was this game Halo 2 Anniversary came out.
It
was
Halo
an
2
invite. It was an invite only tournament, but it was like the top pros. Like they picked like Formo as a captain, like Roy as a captain, like all just the top names, Snipe Down as a captain, and then like whoever they want to team with, you team with. So it was like real rosters, I guess you could say. But like no one's played the game before, so like other people were like signing on Halo 2 beforehand. Trying to get some reps in, get ready for the tournament. My team was me, Lethal, APG, Formal. Didn't touch any game, didn't touch a controller, and then we just went to the tournament. And then so no one played the game until they got to the tournament, played for one day, and then the tournament started the next day. And then we won that. So it was just like, it wasn't like a tournament where people were scrimming and they had practice and possibly their true roster they would have went with. But I mean, like we beat some good teams, beat good players.
I mean, if it was like Halo 4 before Halo 4 had officially dropped and you guys happened to win a tournament against fucking, Ninja and the Warhead guys, like the Sudeth twins, like that would have been like, okay. But like you guys are playing a remastered version of one of the best Halos ever made. It's like if they remade Black Ops 2 and then they threw an invitational on it. That counts.
You count that as a chip?
That's a chip. If all the CDL teams,
if there's at least 8 to 12 teams there, like for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure a chip. It's not like
I'll take the chip.
Yeah,
fucking take it.
Yeah,
but yeah, I didn't realize your first event win was champs. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So you never got that like, okay, let's prepare for champs. Like we need to win champs. We got to get the ring and all that shit because you just kind of like that was your first event.
Yeah, I just wanted to win.
You wanted to win.
I just wanted to win an event.
Yeah.
It just happened to be champs, which was
Holy
cool.
Who was your team for that?
Clayster, JCap, and Replays. We're now Crowder.
He was saying you carried.
Well, I think Clay and I played like the best for sure, but then like without Chris and Cap, we're not winning that because like I feel like J-Cap was really the brains of our team and like setting the foundation of how we should be playing. His tacticals were elite as well, and then Crowder was also like one of those.
His tacticals
no, because you could blow up the stun like midair.
Yeah, people call him J-Cap tags,
and you could like double tap to blow it up whenever you wanted.
Really?
So like, he would just go. And it would just blows up in midair.
I've heard good things about JCap.
Yeah, I mean, JCap's a great teammate. He's super smart, bro. Super smart.
When it comes to JCap and Kenny, they are one series away from being the best players of all time.
I mean, JCap won 2 Jetpack rings, and he got second at the last.
I was like, he got second. How many second places does Cap have?
Oh wait, he got second in Black Ops 2. Cap could have won
5
rings.
Yeah, Cap could have won 5, and Kenny could have won 4. Right?
Cap, I think 2.
I'm talking. How many did he win? How many did he win?
2. 2.
And then he got second in 3.
He got second in Black Ops 2, second in IW, and then I don't even remember.
So he's like the LeBron of.
Yeah.
Low-key. Yeah, but like that was crazy. But yeah, Clay and I were definitely the superstars of the team. I was just a cracked 18-year-old SMG superstar. Clay was a superstar AR, but without Chris and Cap, we don't win. So
after that event, did you feel like you were the best in the game? Like I'm gonna keep this going?
No, not really. I just wanted to win again. I was like, oh fuck! Like I was just nervous that I wasn't gonna win again. But then,
did y'all stay together?
Not that team stayed together for a couple tournaments. We got like second and like fourth. But then that's when we formed our FaZe team, and then we started winning again.
Who was the FaZe team?
Myself, Clay, Zuma, and Abel. And then we won like 3 out of the 5 events we went to end of the year off.
Optic and shit.
Oh yeah, they didn't beat us once.
In what game?
AW.
Damn.
Yeah, Optic.
Was Formal on the team?
Yeah, that was a Dynasty.
That was a Dynasty. You were just running the Dynasty?
Yeah.
Oh,
they couldn't beat us in AW, but the issue was we would lose to like other teams. So like once we get knocked out of the tournament, they knew
it's a free win.
They knew they had a free win. But when they would play us, like I think we probably broke them because we 3-0'd them the first time we played them at a tournament. Because our first time we won like 24-2 map count. And then we went down 1-3 versus Optic at Gfinity, and we came back and beat them. And then after that, we beat them in 2 best-of-7. So like that 1-3 comeback though probably like broke them versus us.
Yeah.
So when we got knocked out, they just knew they were winning the tournament.
Did you guys play them in finals at X Games?
We weren't a team at that time.
Oh,
we formed literally after that event.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I do remember the AW year is like fucking hazy for me, but I remember like Optic was just like. They were insane.
They were dominating
up until X Games, and then there was like Then you guys started like beating each other.
But they still won like 8 or 9 events that year. So like literally, if Clayster and I don't exist, Optic potentially wins 14 events out of the 15 or something.
Yeah.
Damn, there were that many events?
Yeah, there was a lot.
So many events back in the day.
Because I was still a senior in high school, so I was traveling to all these tournaments. So I think I missed like 70-ish days of school.
Holy
senior year. It's all good. I sent a dono to the high school after I won champs. So like,
that's good.
I was cool. The office, they were cool. Everyone was cool. My
and
teachers were cool with
it. And you're
it.
like, I'm gonna go to one day of college too. So like,
I think it's also cool as a school to even have that type of person in your school.
Yeah,
like, it's like I don't know. It's just cool to have.
I was worried they wouldn't be supportive, but they were. So.
Did y'all's high school have like a go-to person that graduated from there? They're just like, oh shit, that's our alumni. Like that we have a celebrity.
We have a couple like football players. I think most recently, he's on the Falcons. Drake London. He went to my school.
Oh shit!
But he's like a couple years younger than me. And then there's been some other. Athletes.
Our go-to person her name was Kathleen Slay. I'll never forget because I actually went. She was a senior when I was a freshman, I think, and she was on the United States women's volleyball team.
Oh yeah,
and she was like 7 foot tall. You could see her like a huge redhead, like a tall redhead girl,
like literally, or like 6'6".
As a freshman in high school, she was 8'5", dude. It was crazy. You could just see her down the hallway. But yeah, they got like a whole poster and a plaque of her like at the high school.
No, we didn't have any of that.
Nothing
My high
like
school
that?
was so average.
What?
It's like we had like one person that could dunk.
Hagerstown High,
South Hagerstown High School.
South Hagerstown. Oh, the South Side.
Yeah, we were the bad school, sort of.
Oh yeah.
So we just didn't. We had like one person that could dunk. We had me that played Halo, and besides that, we were average at everything.
They should you should send them a replica of your 2009 jersey.
Maybe a donation as well.
Hanging up in the basketball with like the other like chips they've won.
Yes,
that'd be fire.
It's like a South Hagerstown High championship from like '65, and then next to that is
just the only two people that have ever won anything that have gone to this high school.
I like that. What about Matt? Anybody from your high school famous?
You know, he went to like a small
Oklahoma. No Oklahoma. No one went. Nothing.
Nothing good came out.
Nothing good came out of the school.
What was your favorite team you've ever been on?
Favorite team? Ooh. Like as a just everything, like or like winning or like just having fun.
Winning or not, just like if you had to do this over again, and they're like, and God said, "All right, pick your team for this adventure." 14 little you, just with God in front of you. He's granting you to pick your team. Who are you picking?
I think I still have to go with like the FaZe team with me, Zuma, and Abel Clay, just because the opportunities we had and the places we went to and the stories we made. Like when we went to Europe, and Abel, we had to pull over on the Autobahn. He's throwing up, almost throws up on Tommy's shoulder as he's climbing out of the car. Just so many different stories.
Those are the type of memories. It never really has to do with like gameplay shit.
Yeah, because usually with gameplay shit, like there was always some kind of tension and whatever that leads you to like, it was great to win and fun, but like the actual memories of things that you'll never forget is like those adventures you have together. So I'd probably have to say that because that team, we also moved into a team house in 2017. That was the first time I ever moved out. So that's a big thing for me as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Y'all lived in a house together? All 4 of you guys?
Yeah. Well,
how was that?
Crowder lived there too. So 5.
Oh, all 5 of you guys.
Yeah. I mean, I was a little shit. I was crazy. When I was younger, I was crazy. I don't know how my teammates put up with me.
Really?
What do you
I
mean
was
by
insane. Like, I was just...
Because I can't imagine that.
I
with
can't
you.
imagine
I was
you
just-
crazy.
I have
loud.
a feeling his crazy is not crazy.
His crazy is
Ask
like,
J-Cap. Ask J-Cap and Clay. They were like,
I would
I'm
not
just, like,
clean my dishes. So, yeah, it's like,
No, like, I was just like loud, obnoxious
really?
kid, especially like with J-Cap. We used to go to war every day in scrims. Like, he would say something and I know he'd be right, so I'd like start doing it in game, but I would just say, nah, shut the fuck up, pussy. Like, just to get him mad.
That's good. Yeah, no, that's good to do.
My
in
goal was
scrims.
just get him mad, but then like when I was just a little shithead. So definitely I was a little wild when I was younger.
Would have never guessed.
Never would have guessed
Never
that.
guessed.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite teammate of all time?
Favorite teammate. I think I have different answers for like people that like best friends with, and then people that I know that have pushed me the farthest and brought me the most success.
Let's do two different.
Yeah.
One that you would pick to try to go win an event, and then one that you just love teaming with.
I'd probably say for the love teaming with just Tommy, just because we were friends before
But
we
you
started
know
teaming.
you can't go win an event with him. That's
No,
what
well,
you're
we won
saying.
events. That's
No,
why
I'm
I work.
kidding.
That's why I
I'm
work.
just starting shit.
But we were just like younger at the time, so like we were both young. Like we had like older people on our team that would be like the veterans that would like
always talk
try to plan it.
back then too?
Yeah, he's always had.
always had this.
But for like actually learning that pushed me forward to become a better player, I'd probably say like J-Cap early on, and then accuracy later on in my career. I feel like it actually kind of gave me another like boost in my career of like wanting to learn and everything and not just play the game. So I feel like those two for like learning and pushing me forward, but then probably Tommy was just like memories, the shit we got into, and then just like, the fun we had. And of course the tournaments we won, because we did win a good amount. We still won like 4 together.
Yeah,
So
of course.
So fun, man. It's so fun. Like these days, do you just sit there and kind of think about it all? And like even some of the best memories is like, what were you saying? You had to pull over because someone was puking.
Yeah.
on one of your team, like shit like that. Like that
well, we
kind of
pranked
stuff.
Ben J. Nassim. We got pulled over. I think we're getting canes in Ohio during one of the pro leagues.
Yeah.
Ben rented a car. Tommy's driving. We get pulled over for like a headlight or like some bullshit. But then we get on the phone, talk to Ben like, yo, Ben, we got a ticket for speeding. They said since like the name's under the car's under your name, you got to pay it, so they're going to send it to you. And he starts tweaking, Ben J. Nassim. You know how he's going to get with that shit. He's like, I'm going to talk to FaZe. We're going to discipline you guys, blah, blah, blah.
What?
Yeah, so like shit like that you can't
shit like
ever
that.
do again. Like
Right.
that was just so funny. So like just memories like that you'll never get back for sure. I definitely miss those days.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fucking hilarious.
Well, I guess looking into the future now. What's you've mentioned content. Whenever you say content, what do you mean by that? You mentioned it a little bit earlier, but like what's sort of your schedule now?
I don't really have a schedule. It's just try to stream as much as possible
What's
and
the
upload a
daily
video.
goals?
Wake up, stream at least 8 hours, upload a video every day, and then just really start building that
Is it
base.
just like ripping a gameplay? Or is it like
no, trying to do like
a scump fucking 75?
No,
whatever.
he's
try to think of different things, not just straight Call of Duty.
So it's not just on your stream. Do you do a video outside of your stream?
Sometimes,
stuff?
yeah. So I'm trying to like do more stuff too, because you also just don't want to get like just stick to gameplay. Because I mean, just for me, like I don't really like sitting down too much, and I don't really like staying inside too much.
Yeah,
I've already done it for so many years, so I'm trying to find ways to be able to get outside. And
Are you feeling
creative
that
ideas.
now? Do you feel less of a like, because I'm like, God, I don't want to sit at my PC. Like, I would love to find some kind of content I can do that doesn't revolve sitting at the PC and playing. Because, like, the competitive spirit in me is, like, left a little bit. I don't know if, what do you feel? Do you feel like that?
I just love being outside and exercising, running around, playing sports. So, like, I just want that. If somehow I could get that with content and mix the two together, that'd be great. Because it's also just healthy to like you just naturally feel better. Like when you go outside for a day, spend the day outside, whether it's at the beach doing whatever, you feel great. When you sit inside for the 10th day in a row, another 10-hour stream, it's like holy fuck.
Oh no, it's tough.
And it just becomes
it is tough.
It becomes so stagnant and boring.
No, your channel's looking great. Like I saw a couple of your uploads and especially the thumbnails and everything, and I was like, oh, he's like really doing YouTube.
Nah, I appreciate
it. Some people like they're like,
just
oh,
rip
yeah,
a gameplay.
I'm gonna do content, and they'll just rip a gameplay, put it up. Thumbnails all right, and it's like, oh, okay, like it's a lot different than it was in 2013.
For sure.
Like you can't just
you can't just upload rank play every day.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we're trying to get creative and figure stuff out with that, and just try new things, do new things. But yeah, I don't want to just come into content and then just do the same old, sit inside, upload gameplays like that.
And at the end of the day, you can always be a firefighter.
Yeah, maybe.
Is that still a thought?
Nah, not really.
Not right now, but like, all right, I'm gonna do content for a little bit. If it doesn't really pop, I want to. Maybe I just might.
I don't think so, because from all the stories, and then I love sleeping, and I know how important sleeping is to get my 7 to 8 hours in. You don't get to sleep much as a firefighter. Especially back then, like they were having some crazy stuff going on
in LA,
in California.
Yeah, in LA.
Oh, that's where you do it at.
Well, yeah, I would have to be. Yeah, probably, because I would go back home.
Dallas.
I go back home. I would try to do it in a little small town where not much goes on.
That's like the last place I would want to be.
Frisco.
Yeah, Frisco
Fire
for the most part, it'd probably be pretty chill in like a rural suburb.
How long have you been living in? Has it just been Dallas the whole time, or have you been in like Frisco, Plano?
I've just pretty much only Dallas, like Victory Park, downtown area.
How long?
Well, this would be now my 4th year living in Dallas. So I've been in Dallas for a couple years.
Did you move here for the internet?
A little bit.
And the servers?
A little bit.
Fucking everyone?
A little bit. Not as much, but a little bit. My girl as well. And then...
you have a girlfriend right now?
Yeah.
Live together?
No. And then...
Happy?
Some income tax? Of course.
Of
course.
Everything's going on.
Everything's great. But yeah, just like, bunch of different reasons, and then California is also really expensive.
Super.
So I gotta grind to try to be able to afford a house out there one day. So
yeah,
we'll get back out there.
Let's
at some
get
point.
These thumbs ups, the comments,
the likes,
subscriptions,
the gifted subs.
For sure, absolutely. Dude, one time did I tell you I saw attached in like one of the biggest YouTubers. One of the biggest YouTubers on the planet. I'm watching his video, and he's like interviewing people on the street, and attached is just one of them.
Oh yeah. Wait, who
was
was
Ryan
that?
Trahan?
Ryan Trahan. Yeah.
Trahan. Yeah, I didn't even
know.
In
Victory Park?
Yeah, it was at the Chipotle in Victory Park.
Yeah. I think I saw that.
He was like taking
photos in front of the W.
Oh yeah.
And
what did he interview you about?
He just came up to me to give me a photo because I just got Chipotle, and I was walking back to my apartment, and he comes up to me, and I saw like this big camera, so I'm like, this guy's probably like an influencer, vlogger, or someone.
Right. Yeah.
He gives me the photo, and he's like, all we take is W's, and I was like, hell yeah. I talked to him for like a little bit, and I just leave. I was like, I don't know if that guy's big or not.
Yeah.
Apparently he's one of the biggest YouTubers.
That's just insane.
What's crazy is that I think that same week or that weekend leading up to that, or the week after that, we win Major 5 and make the crazy comeback.
Oh, shit.
All we did take was W's that week.
All we did take was W's.
I'm not going to lie, though. The picture he gave me, I walked around the corner, instant threw it in the trash.
Oh, bro.
Really?
Yeah, that could have been.
Was it a picture?
It was a picture of him in front of the W hotel.
What the fuck? And he's giving that to you?
Yeah, and he just said,
if someone gave that to me, I'd be like, what the fuck?
I think the video...
It was like a mini, like... It was like some mini camera or like something.
Yeah, he was trying to do Instagram in real life. Yeah. I forgot what the video was.
It was something like that.
But he was like handing people pictures.
Yeah, but I didn't even know until like people started tweeting me like, yo, you're in this guy's video. I was like, really? I was like, oh, that's fire.
That is insane.
But he kills it now. He's a huge YouTuber.
So if he doesn't give you the W, you guys don't have that reverse sweep.
It's crazy.
So maybe
Ryan
Trahan's the reason.
Trahan is the reason
he's the reason you got the piece of the pie.
Yep. Shout out Ryan.
Yeah, man. He might be our next guest. I mean, like, reach out.
Yeah, reach out to him.
Yeah. I'll reach out to him.
So like, I talked to him for like 40 seconds.
We got your boy on here, so.
I had his picture, threw it away on accident, it slipped. But we'll hit him up to get on here.
Yeah, no, I'm cool with him. I had a picture of him, Instax picture of him, Polaroid or whatever. All right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on, and I'm glad you enjoyed your cigar.
Yeah.
I'm
glad
you
we need to go to training.
Enjoyed that cigar.
It was great, man.
You really ripped through it. Yeah, you ripped through like half of it.
Loving this shit.
But congratulations again on a crazy career.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Career. You're like one of the most loved pros, and you have been for well over a decade. So
thank you. I appreciate it.
We're excited. I speak on behalf of all the COD fans. Like, we're excited to see where you go next and what you do. So yeah, everybody go watch Attach's YouTube channel, and thanks for coming on the Flycast, man. This has been fun.
It was great.
We'll link all your shit. And yeah, man, it was an absolute pleasure.
Hope
you enjoy. Welcome to retirement.
Yes,
welcome to retirement.
We just got to practice cigar smoking a little bit.
We
got to get back out here. We'll get some reps in the field.
We'll just come every Thursday.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's have a
do.
little meetup.
Yeah, we'll meet up.
Everyone that's retired, that's what we do.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, Craig, play the outro.